Good boy, Tucker.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
Hey, hey.
Welcome.
Work smarter where you want.
Consistency is key.
And remember, if it's not in Redtail, it never happened.
This is learning at its most fun.
Redtail here, bringing you the latest and greatest in the fintech world. Today, we're covering LPL's integration, ClientWorks, head to toe. So let's go ahead and get started. First up, we're going to cover the contact side of the integration. I have this slide being shown right now just to show you the fields that are bi-directional in real time. So these are the fields that are going to push from Redtail into ClientWorks and from ClientWorks into Redtail in real time. So some really cool stuff here. And I know I'm a visual person, so I personally wanted to show this first. So let's get into how this works. I'm going to jump over into ClientWorks. So when you log into ClientWorks, this is going to be your front page. If I click on menu in the top right hand corner, I can go down to tools. So if I click on menu, I'm going to go down to tools. And under tools is going to be Redtail CRM. So this is the first part of the integration that we wanted to show you. It's called single sign-on. So right here, we are signed into ClientWorks, and I can sign into Redtail with just a click of the button. So here, it'll load the Redtail CRM page, and I did this by clicking menu, going to tools, and selecting Redtail CRM. Now it went ahead and opened up the CRM for me. Now I do want to mention, if you do not see that capability, you want to turn it on from the Redtail side. So if you click on your name in the top right hand corner, you're going to go to manage your integrations. So if you click on your name, go to manage your integrations. And this list is in ABC order. So we're going to go down to LPL and check out the ClientWorks here. So you're going to want to make sure this is turned on. All right. And then if you click on this action icon, you'll select settings to make sure that this is in fact linked together. So that is the first part of the integration. Like I said, it's a single sign-on. You are in ClientWorks, you click menu, go to tools, select Redtail CRM. The next part we want to show you is going to be, like I said, the contact level integration. So when you're on ClientWorks, go ahead and click on this tab here that says clients. This is going to pull up your clients inside of ClientWorks. And right now you'll see the Redtail link box first. And we have a ton of green checks here. And that is great news, guys. That means that a lot of these are already linked and we're good to go. So we're going to demonstrate how to take contacts and link them into Redtail. And you have this awesome filter here underneath your client's number, and you can go down to the letter R to select Redtail link. And I want to personally isolate this list to show everyone that is unlinked, because there are too many contacts here that are already linked. So I want to just see those guys that are not linked so I can focus on them. And I have Erica and Ryan here. They're lonely. They need to get over into Redtail. Okay, so we need to have these two softwares talking to each other so it's a true data integration. Now to do this, the great thing here is you can do this individually. So you can go ahead and have full control to select who you want to link in real time. So do you just want to link Erica? You can click on the three bars next to her name and go down to Redtail and select link to Redtail. But more than likely, you're going to want to link both of these guys. So if we select on the boxes next to their name, and I can also check off that top checkbox to make sure everyone is selected. Then I can go to actions here in the top right-hand corner. If you're used to Redtail, guys, this is kind of like our bulk actions. So same thing here. You're gonna click on the names, you're gonna go to actions, and you're gonna select Redtail, and you'll see the link to Redtail available right there. So that's gonna take these contacts and link them to Redtail. So some things to remember here. If Erica and Ryan are not in Redtail yet, it's gonna create a record for Erica and it's gonna create a record for Ryan. Now, if they do exist in Redtail already, they can go ahead and match up. But it is so important to remember here, guys. Their 4 data points have to match up in order for us to link those two together. These records in ClientWorks and Redtail must have the same first name, last name, social security number, and date of birth. If those things match up, we're going to update that already existing record. If those things do not match up, we're creating new records in Redtail for you. So we can click on the names, go to actions, and select Redtail, link to Redtail. So now it'll allow us to confirm we in fact want to go ahead and do this, and it'll happen in real time. So no time is wasted. I'll go ahead and be able to have this link automatically. So very quickly, I'll go ahead and demonstrate that just so I can open up the Redtail CRM and show you. So I'll filter, go to Redtail link, isolate it to show everyone who is unlinked. I'll check off both of the names, go to actions, go to Redtail, and select link to Redtail. Now, this is the magic button here, guys. I just need to click confirm. And when I click confirm, now I can go into Redtail. I can search for Erica and bam, she's right there. That's what we're talking about when we're talking real time. There was no minutes lost. So a lot of time saving information that was just pushed over and ready for me to use. So the next thing we want to talk about is how these fields are bidirectional. So remember I shared this slide here representing all the fields that are bidirectional. So what that means, I can update something in Redtail, it'll push over to ClientWorks. I can update something in ClientWorks, it'll push over in Redtail. So let's show you exactly what we mean. Let's say we made an error here with this phone number. I want to click on that action icon, select edit, and it wasn't 7999, it was 8000. So we are one number off, but it changed everything there. I can go ahead and update the phone number. And now when I go back into ClientWorks, it's going to have that update as well. So I like to click on this link icon here. It's kind of 2 chains going head to head to each other. And if you click on that, you're going to have this option to view in ClientWorks. So if I open that, I love this because right away it opens up Erica's page. And here you can see her phone number. It changed from 7999 to 8000. And if that's still not correct, let's say we made another error, I can go ahead and change that to go ahead and reflect the actual correct number. So if I click edit here, I can go ahead and change that. Maybe it was actually, 88838. And I can go ahead and update that here in ClientWorks. I can go back to Redtail once that saves here. we can go back into Redtail and refresh to open up her page, and bam, right there, guys, that number has been changed. So this is a game changer in the integration world. It's real-time data change. So just really quick, showing you all of those fields once again that will move back and forth from Redtail into ClientWorks or from ClientWorks into Redtail. Now, I showed you how to push contacts from ClientWorks into Redtail, but just know and understand that it goes the other way too. Maybe you start that prospect process in Redtail and you want to push them into ClientWorks. You can click on the plus sign in the top right-hand corner and choose to add in a contact in Redtail. We'll choose to add in an individual because it's a person, and we'll go ahead and type in the person's name. So we'll go ahead and put Michael as the first name, Scott as the last name, and we'll just add, a phone number because maybe they're a prospect. Maybe all we know about them is their first, last name, and their number, thankfully. So we'll go ahead and put in that phone number here, and we'll save this contact. And now they're added in Redtail. We started that prospect process in Redtail, right? Now we want to get them over into ClientWorks. All you need to do is click on this integrations icon. Kind of looks like a flow chart up here in the top right-hand corner, and choose LPL ClientWorks. So if we click on the integrations icon, this flowchart looking icon next to the plus sign to the left of the person, we can choose LPL ClientWorks and choose send to LPL. And you'll go ahead and choose the rep ID and the client type. So we'll go ahead and define that this is in fact a prospect, send them over into LPL. And now when I go back into ClientWorks, they will be here. So I can go ahead and do a search here for Michael Scott and go ahead and run that search, and bam, right there, Michael is available. I didn't have to go in, click any buttons, add any information, copy, paste, none of that. It's bi-directional, real time, in the moment, ready for you. So we showed how to push contacts in bulk into Redtail. You can also do this individually by clicking on those three bars and going to Redtail to link them. You can view them in Redtail this way as well. And we also showed how to push them from Redtail into ClientWorks. And just a reminder, remember that you can create or update records. So if the 4 data points don't match up, a first name, last name, social security number, and date of birth, we'll create a new record for you. So we went ahead and showed that. We showed how there is that bi-directional power where I changed those phone numbers a few times and it updated both ways. And on that same concept, something else I want to point out is about how many of this contact information will push over. In Redtail, one of the most important jobs you're going to have is to mark at least one phone number, one email, and one address as primary. Although you could have multiple phone numbers, emails, and addresses in Redtail, you need to make sure at least one of each kind is marked as primary, because that is what is going to feed into ClientWorks. So when I click on Erica here, you can see the phone number is listed here and the address as well. And there's only a spot for one of each. So you want to make sure you implement this concept called primary, marking at least one phone number, one email, and one address as primary. So that'll tell the system to push this one over into ClientWorks. So very important stuff there, and it is real time. Remember, I can just change something here, like I can realize I made a mistake on that zip code, change it to another number and update that address. And a quick refresh over in ClientWorks will automatically reflect that change. So it is real-time stuff that's happening here. You just want to make sure at least one phone number, one email, and one address is marked as primary. Now, if we put an email address in Red Teal, it will push over into ClientWorks. So we're going to see that in real-time update. But the thing that happens when I add multiple emails, maybe I go in here and add 4 more emails, what will happen is it's only going to push the last email that was entered or whatever is marked as primary. So I know everyone has heard about the concept called primary, where you need to mark at least one email address as primary. So it's not going to push both of these emails over into ClientWorks. All right, guys, it's only going to push one, and it's either going to be the latest one that was entered or the one that you mark as primary. So you'll notice it changed it to that Gmail one because I added that one last. But if I'm like, wait, hold on, I want it to be the first one that I added, you want to click on that action icon, select make primary, so that way that's the one that will go ahead and push over. So a simple refresh will demonstrate that change. Now, let's get to the second part of the show, and that's showing where the money is, accounts. So with Redtail and ClientWorks integration, we're going to feed or receive, I should say, we're going to receive account level information from ClientWorks. So I'm going to click on the recently viewed icon here in the top right hand corner, and I'm going to go to Wyatt. Wyatt Slate has a portfolio balance here that is being fed in automatically from ClientWorks. I can either click here on portfolio balance, or I can click on accounts on the left-hand side. And right away, you're going to see a flag that appears. It's a box that says linked with LPL. That is your indicator that this account is coming over from ClientWorks. And if you click into the account, you're going to find that there is an LPL consolidated asset. So what exactly is happening here is that no asset positions are coming over. Instead, it is one consolidated LPL asset. So when you do go into an account and you see this, you're doing nothing wrong. This is working as intended. If you're looking for more information, you can go back to the accounts page, click on that action icon to select LPL account data, and that'll open up all of the other information that you can find. So very important stuff there. You are going to have your accounts fed in on a nightly basis. So when you log in on Tuesday, you're looking at Monday night's close. So we went ahead and covered a bulk of the integration already. We covered the contact level side of the integration. We covered the account level side of the integration. And the last thing we want to touch on is the search level part of the integration. So now that you have all of this good, clean information being shared between those softwares, and I can always click on the action icon while I'm on the accounts page and select LPL account data, and it'll open up a nice page here with more account information coming over from ClientWorks. So if I want to search on this account level information, maybe I want to search for everyone that has 2008 as the open date year, or I want to search for everyone with a specific phone number, zip area code. I can do that by going to contacts on the left and clicking on the advanced search tab here at the top. So I clicked on contacts on the left and clicked on the advanced search tab here at the top. And now I can go ahead and run a search for either that LPL contact level data or that LPL account level data. So if I click on type, first thing I'll show is LPL account level data. I'll choose LPL account as the type and select what field I'm looking for. So if I want to search by that open date, I can go ahead and choose that and set that, equal to a certain date here and run that search. And now I'll pull up all those contacts. The next availability is by changing the type on the advanced search to LPL contact. And then for the field, I can choose what field I want to go ahead and pull up. Maybe I want to pull up everyone that has a certain rep code. I can choose rep as the field and set that equal to the number and run that search. And it'll go ahead and isolate that list to what I'm looking for. So ton of great stuff there. The third part of the show is that search. You can search that contact level LPL data and that account level LPL data. So a lot of good stuff there for you to play with. You could also access some exclusive reports here that come with the ClientWorks integration. So we covered a lot of stuff today. Basically, this integration is 3 parts. It shares contact level data, account level data, and it gives you that power to search. You can send contacts over into Redtail in bulk, and you have the power to select which contacts you want to link. So you can link them individually, you can link them in bulk, and you can push contacts from Redtail into ClientWorks as well. It'll either create records for contacts that do not match first name, last name, social, and date of birth. And if those data points match up, then it'll update those records for you. We are doing a bi-directional data feed, and this is the contact level data that is going to push back and forth. So you might want to kind of keep note of this list. And you want to remember that only one email will push back and forth, but everything else you could have multiple things of. And then the account level data, that's going to update at the end of each night. So when you log into Redtail on Tuesday, you're going to be looking at Monday night's close for that account value. So when I pulled up Wyatt and today's Tuesday, then I'm looking at Monday night's close. And there are no asset positions. It's just that one consolidated LPL asset. And lastly was the search. So you're able to search that LPL contact level data and that LPL account level data. So I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you're excited. This is one of the best integrations that we have and is available out in the industry. So definitely play around, and I hope that it is a big time saver and value add for your office.
Thanks so much for joining us today for this particular session. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call at 800-206-5030, option 3 for support, or just shoot us an email over to support@redtailtechnology.com. Thanks a lot and have a great day.